Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Kim. Of course it's Kim, who else would it be, right? I really need to figure out a new way to do my intro, so I'm gonna work on that. So today we're going to be making a variation of Hungry Girls chicken pot pie. Not sure the points right now. I will look that up and we'll talk about that later on in the video. The first thing that I need to do is I need to get the chicken started. So I just went and purchased a bag of frozen chicken breast, and although I only need 2 chicken breasts for this recipe, I'm just gonna go ahead and fill up the pan and pre-cook some extra chicken breasts so that I can have it for salads or whatever else I want to use it for during the week. Any that do not fit in the pan, I may just go ahead and make a second pan of chicken and just go ahead and cook the entire 3 pounds again so that I don't have to worry about having chicken for my salads or even chicken for another dish later in the week. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this started. The only thing that I'm going to do is, again, throw the chicken in, and then I'm going to put in some salt and pepper with this. So 4 chicken breasts, that looks pretty good. We'll just go ahead and cook those up, and then I have 4 more left for later. Again, make a decision on what I want to do with those later. I have my salt and pepper grinders that you see me use all the time. Just the ones from Kirkland. Because you know I love Costco. So just gonna throw some salt and pepper on these and go ahead and cook these up. They are frozen solids, so it's just gonna be slow and go. I'm just gonna keep them on low and let them do their thing. I'll check in with you maybe midway before I turn them, just to let you know the progress and where we're at. And then we'll come back and we'll start putting together our chicken pot pie. And if you've not tried this chicken pot pie, hello, I love comfort food. So stay tuned. All right, we're gonna give the chicken a turn. I'm gonna go ahead and get those flipped over. And then I'm going to add some more water to my pan. So the reason why that I add the water is because of the fact that it keeps the chicken moist. It's a trick I picked up years ago. So I always put water in with my chicken. Also, I put it in when I'm making ground beef, and not only does it keep the ground beef moist, but it keeps the oil and the grease from splattering. So the next time you do that, give it a try. All right, we're gonna wait till that gets done, then I'll come back at you again. Okay, now that our chicken is done, we're gonna go ahead and start putting together our chicken pot pie. I will insert a picture of the ingredients here. And everything's pictured except for the chicken, which I had cut up in a different spot and forgot to take a picture of it. But you'll see it once I throw it in the pan. So the first thing we're gonna do is we are going to spray a baking dish with some pan cooking spray, and this just keeps things from sticking and makes it easier for cleanup later. Then I'm gonna go ahead and turn my oven on to 400. So we're gonna go ahead and let that start doing its thing. I'm going to pause here just for a second. I'm gonna go ahead and throw my mixed vegetables in the microwave just to get those heated through. They are still frozen. And I found that when I throw them in frozen, they seem to not cook as well, and the rest of the ingredients get done quicker. So I'm gonna pause here for a moment and I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. So I am going to, first of all, grab the chicken. And we are going to place that into our pan. I went ahead and cut up 3 of those 4 chicken breasts because it just looks like it needed it. The 2 kind of shriveled up a little bit, so they were a little smaller than I had expected. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a cup of water. Just a cup of hot water to mix up our gravy. Normally you would cook this on the stove, but I just, again, have the chicken gravy, just the regular old Walmart brand. Let me see if I can, there we go. And I'm just gonna dump that right into the hot water. It's actually kind of sticking in there. There we go. Just gonna whisk that in. Normally I would heat that, maybe I will. Maybe I'll throw it in the microwave for 30 seconds just to thicken that up just a bit. Oh, sorry, I know that was really loud. So in the meantime, I will talk a little louder, and we're just going to tear open our pouches of mixed vegetables. Now the normal recipe calls for 1 bag. I'm gonna go ahead and throw in 2, because who doesn't like extra vegetables? So that's bag 1. Here is bag 2. I'm gonna grab a spoon real quick and just swish that around. I've got our oven, again, preheated at 400 degrees, and that is almost come to temperature. Gonna grab our gravy out of the microwave and give that one more quick little stir. There we go. And I'm just gonna pour that in over our mixture. Hopefully you can get a good look at that. I'll bring in a little further. And then the next thing that we're gonna do is I have some crescent rolls, and if you haven't seen these before, these are the reduced fat crescent rolls. And these are 3 SmartPoints each. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this can. I don't know about you, but I always hold it away because you know it's gonna pop as soon as you get done. Maybe I'll get lucky. I don't mind it popping when, if you could see my face, I'm making a funky face right now. I don't mind it popping when I'm ready for it to pop, when I'm forcing it to pop. I don't like it popping when I'm not ready. So that part there is not too bad. So what I do with this is I grab a second pan, just a cookie sheet. I'm gonna grab that over here off camera. And I go ahead and use 4 of these for the topping of my pot pie. Just making a big old mess over here. So I grabbed 4 of these off here and use that for the topping of my pot pie. I think I'm gonna grab a cookie sheet, hold on. And then I will roll up the other 4 and bake those, and then my husband can just have a crescent roll with his just extra. So I don't know if you can see, I don't think you can see what I'm doing, so hold on, I'm gonna bring you right back in. Let's switch this over. How's that? Perfect. So I'm just gonna bring these out here. And they're perforated. If you haven't used the crescent rolls before, they do come and give you your little perforations for your tear marks. So I'm just gonna pull these apart, and I'm going to place that on top. Yep, you can see. I always have to check because sometimes I get it off camera and then I get done and I start editing the videos like I did with the watermelon on my one video, on my Sunday meal prep video. And all you could see was at the edge of the watermelon. So I'm trying to be more careful with that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and place these 4 here on top of my pan. And they fit really well. And then I'm just gonna take these last 4 here and I'm going to roll them up. You always want to not leave your crescent roll dough out too long, because as it starts to get to be room temperature, it gets really super sticky, and that's a situation we have going on right now. So it'll start getting sticky and it doesn't want to roll, and I think that I put the heating, my stove is still a little bit warm, so that's not helping the situation either. But that's okay, we're gonna get them to work. Okay, so we have our crescent rolls, and again, it's just for my husband. He doesn't care if they look funky. So we're gonna go ahead and get this last one rolled up here. We're gonna grab a huge cookie sheet, because that's the one I have available, and plop these 4 down on here. Big old cookie sheet just for 4 little crescent rolls. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get these in the oven. Again, they're going into a 400-degree oven, about 15 to 20 minutes. I will let you know the exact times, because it's been a little while since I made this recipe. So I'll give you exact times once we're finished. So stay tuned. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and shut off the oven and pull the chicken pot pie out. The crescent rolls got done just a couple of minutes prior to this one getting done. And the last thing that I'm going to do is I picked up a package of this Idahoan buttery home-styled mashed potatoes. So I'm just gonna put 2 cups of boiling water into a measuring cup and mix these up, and we're gonna serve these as a side. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you give this a try. I did the calculations, and it looks like this for 1 serving is 3 SmartPoints. So really the only thing that you're counting the points on is for the crescent roll. So go ahead, give this a try, enjoy. It's a really good recipe. I've made it a few times. Like I said, it's been out of the rotation for a little while, but I'm glad that I remembered to make it, and I can put it back into the rotation because it's one of our favorites. So have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Bye.